jobs in Illinois seem to be, well, fewer, while the wage for Illinois workers seems to be tamping down a bit, or at least not increasing as much as one would like. If you go to thecentersquare.com, you'll see some of the headlines for Illinois, especially headlines like job cuts are increasing while wage growth is diminishing. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us each and every weekday morning with Illinois in Focus Daily. So an interesting thing that a lot of you may not be familiar with, they're called WARN reports. It's the Workforce Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act, the WARN Act. It's federal law. States have to abide by it. And ultimately what it requires is for companies to announce to state officials whether or not they've got layoffs and a certain number of layoffs. And you can look at these reports yourself. Just type in WARN Report Illinois and you can pull it up. But looking here at the official tally that they've got, and we'll look at May 1st. So this is May. And you look at the different number of jobs that there are. And you've got Aramark, First Transit, Genpact, Larson Packaging Products, Marion Manufacturing, Personal Assistance Telephone, the Lagunas Brewing Company. So again, these are jobs in May that were announced. So 7 total jobs. And then when you look at some of the other factors, the type of event, layoff, closing, layoff, closing, layoff, closing. Then you look at the total numbers of those impacted, and in May, it was 996, so almost 1,000 jobs. And you can even look at some of the event causes: business shutdown or slowdown, faltering company, lost contract, sold business, financial, not provided, lost contract, and so on. In the different areas where this is happening, again, just in May, it's Cook County, Kane County, Tazewell, McLean, and DuPage County, where these nearly 1,000 jobs are being impacted across the spectrum there from these particular employers. So that's just 1 month, all right? So around 1,000. And then in June, you have another report from the WARN system. Again, the Workforce Adjustment and Retraining Notification System. And you've got, looks like here, 10 different companies. So 10 different companies. First Student, Cygnus, 4-Star Express, Delivery, GD Energy Products, HN Precision, Jelly Belly, John Deere. You got Ramondo's, Ship Bob, and Zelia Pharmaceuticals. And those 10 different companies laying off for a variety of reasons. Closing, mass layoff, closing, and a variety of other factors. But that's a total of 1,017, as you can see. So total impacted 1,017. Some of those notable, of course, John Deere. How many people were they laying off? You're looking at total number of people at John Deere, 279. So clearly, the layoff situation in Illinois just in the past 2 months there, you got close to 2,000, no, more than 2,000 people being laid off. But those are just the past 2 months. July numbers came out recently. And let's take a look at those, pull those up so we can look at least an entire quarter of announced layoffs. So getting to the sheet here, it looks like, again, 10 more individual companies announcing layoffs. Among them, the Democratic National Convention Committee is going to be laying off some people. Well, because the DNC is no longer going to be in operation in Chicago, so they're announcing that they're laying some people off. But you also got Capital Fitness, Geodis, John Deere, World Headquarters, Kepler Vision, NBC Universal, NBC Sports Chicago, No Tracks USA, Parkin Hannafin, I don't know that corporation, Twin Cleaning and Professionals, No Tracks, and so on. But again, 10 different companies. How many people? 1,169. So you're talking more than 3,000 people expected to lose their jobs with these mass layoff reports. So it's important that we gauge, quarter by quarter. That was the most recent 3 months that we've seen. And so far this year, the number of layoffs have been rather significant. But if you go and look at the article that Jim Talamonte put together about job cuts and unemployment rates, going up in Illinois while workers' wages growth is slowing. You've got a substantial number of individuals, and especially over the past 7 months, if you look at the numbers that are broken out here, just in the past 7 months, Illinois had 7,300 layoffs reported from January through July of this year. According to Warren number reports from other states, Illinois had layoffs more than Florida at 7,100, but fewer than California, 37,000. Texas, 14,000. New York, 11,000. And Washington, 8,250. But regardless, Illinois having 7,300 layoffs reported between January and July of this year. It helps you kind of gauge a bit of the economic success in Illinois, or the problems there may be, or the prospects of what the economy in the country could look like moving forward into November, especially with a pivotal election. All right, it is Illinois in Focus Daily with me, Greg Bishop. Thank you so much for being with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell with America's Talking Network and the Center Square. Get the newsletter, find the podcast anywhere. Illinois in Focus Daily.